So it's been ages since I've had something Jeep related on the channel, but today I've got a little something, well, it's kind of a big something to show you guys. New Jeep armor. Here is some new armor that we're gonna be putting on the Jeep. This is the VKS Fab Shorty rear bumper. And then in there, we'll open that in a second, is their front pre-runner winch bumper. That's one of the things that you guys have been asking me quite a few times. When am I gonna be putting on the winch that I have? Because I've had that thing for a long time and I haven't installed it yet. The reason I didn't was because I was planning on changing the armor on my Jeep, and the setup that I have on the Jeep currently doesn't take a winch without modification. You need a separate bracket to put on there to actually fit the winch that I bought. This one, however, this one I can stick the winch directly in there. I don't need anything else, and it works a little bit better. So back when I got, so this is my first Jeep. Let me show it to you guys. This is the first Jeep that I've ever owned. This is a 2015 Jeep Wrangler Unlimited Sport, 3.5-inch lift, 37-inch tires, and it's got some Poison Spider armor on the front and back and on the sides. Now, back when I bought the Jeep, I didn't know a whole lot about Jeeps. I did quite a bit of research, but that's the stuff that I picked out with no experience out on trails and stuff like that. So now that I actually do have experience off-roading and I spent some more time with the Jeep, I'm ready for something a little bit different and something that will work a little bit better for how I use my Jeep. And the stuff from VKS Fab is going to work perfectly. The rear bumper, it is a super short bumper, so there's tons of clearance. There's like 1 inch to 1.5 inches of a lip on the back side of the Jeep, whereas the setup that I have on there now, it probably sticks out about 4 inches or so. It has a tire carrier, that one does not, but with how I use my Jeep, I don't really need to be trucking around a massive 100-pound tire all the time. So here is the, you can see it's about, almost the length of my hand, maybe 1/2 inch to 1 inch shorter than my hand. And of course you got the tire carry, you got the 100+ pound tire with wheel. What I wanted originally was the separate hitch. I didn't want one that was built in. My mind has changed on that. I like the ones that have it built in now because I don't really use it all that often. Plus it'll add more clearance. That thing sticks out. If you're going off a nice size drop, that hitch will hit. So I like the setups that have it built in. Just a few different things that I wouldn't have known until I've spent some time with the Jeep, spent some time off-road, and kind of figured out what I want in armor on my Jeep. So this is gonna be awesome. It's gonna save me weight. It's a whole lot lighter than the bumper that I have on there now, and I won't have to truck around the big massive wheel in the back. Now, the front bumper, some of the same things as the rear. It's shorter, smaller, lighter, more clearance for approach angles and things like that. And of course, fitting the winch on there without having to buy a separate mounting bracket. I love VKS Fab. They're a small independent company making some really cool stuff. They sent these bumpers out to me, so VKS Fab, thank you. But I gotta get these things unpacked and loaded up because I'm gonna be taking them over to Chris at Enigma Coatings, who does all the powder coatings on my bikes, on my Jeep. He does awesome work. So we're gonna get these things into the Jeep and head over there. So here's the pre-runner front winch bumper. Looks pretty freaking awesome. I'm really excited for this, and fits in the winch nicely. Anyways, let's get it loaded up and head over. How's it going?
Good, how about you?
Good.
Nice hoodie hat.
Oh yeah, I love it. I love how it looks.
Looks good.
Yeah.
Is it hard to put on?
No, well, not really. I had to cut the hood. That was probably the toughest part, time consuming and kind of nerve-wracking. VKS Fab. Yeah. So I went from planning on doing everything the same as I have. All the armor on my Jeep is wrinkle black. And then I have just like a standard red for all the accents. But I come here and I start looking at all of the different colors and like textures and things that he can do. And we're gonna be changing things up. So he's gonna hook me up with a Enigma Coatings shirt. He's gonna do the bumpers, and then after I get that stuff back and make sure I like what we're working with, I'm gonna get everything else taken off. So the rock sliders, the hood, that'll be coming off. We're gonna be switching it up a little bit. You guys like my little assistant today? I'm just holding her while Abby eats a snack right now. But what we're gonna do here in a second is get the ECU out of the R6. So I mentioned in the exhaust videos that I was gonna be getting the ECU flashed. Getting it flashed by Boss Racing, and I need to send it into them so that they can do all their fancy bits and make me a crap ton of power. At least that's the plan. So it's super, super easy, even easier than it is on my R1, which I had the ECU flashed. But on the R6, it's just underneath the, are you upset? But on the R6, it's just underneath the seat. So we just need to take the seat off and undo some plugs, and that's it. I'll send it into them. There's a bunch of different options that you can choose from, whether it be disabling some stuff like the O2 sensor or the XUp system. Main thing, adjusting maps for all the different mods you have, or just a general map to get more power out of your stock setup. But I'm doing pretty much all the options that they got available, so it should be pretty awesome. I can't wait to get it back, but I won't be doing that until after we get back from California. And there's the ECU. So I'll get this packaged up. I'll probably just bubble wrap it and stick it in one of those flat rate boxes from the post office. That should be the easiest and cheapest way to do it. Get this sent out to Boss Racing. They'll do their stuff. They have super quick turnaround time from what I understand. When we get back, right away, we'll be putting on the flashed ECU back on the R6 and taking out the bike for the first ride with the exhaust on there. I'm excited. I think y'all are gonna be pretty excited, and we'll do some flyby tests and all that. It should be lots of fun.
It feels nice to do a nighttime ride. I haven't done one of these in a while. I rode at night that vlog that I met up with Hunter. This is the first time that I've actually gone out to ride at night in a long time. Man, I remember back in the day, way back, man, I used to ride at night all the time. No one on the roads. I love it. I love those types of rides, and I haven't done one of those in a while, so I thought I'd get out here and do a little ride. Took out the R1, even though I'm kind of paranoid right now being on the R1. Reason being, well, my registration may or may not be expired. I will not claim one way or the other in this video. What? Holy 218? Are they out of gas? That place has to be out of gas, because down the street it's 194. Every time I ride at night, that's the only thing that really gets to my mind. There's so few other people out on the road, although right now there's just kind of a decent number of people out here driving. I don't know why. I always think they got nothing else better to do. Why not stop this one random biker who's out here doing shenanigans late at night? There we go. See, 195. They must be out of gas. That's the only reason I can see them being 20 cents more, because usually their pricing is pretty good at that gas station. Alright, it's actually relatively cool right now. It's like 75 degrees out, which means I can ride and not die of heat stroke. And I can finally wear this speed and strength shirt that I got. I also got a hoodie of theirs that I want to try out, but it's not quite cold enough for me to wear that. You're not a cop, you're not a cop. Alright, no one's following me. I think you might be a cop. That might be a cop right there. Oh man, this freaking bike just vibrates the soul. That's a cop. That is definitely a cop. Oh boy. Yeah, that was a cop. I wouldn't say I completely got it out of my system, but we had a little bit of fun on the tollway. Let's go find a good spot underneath some street lights, and I want to get some cinematic shots to close this out. Yeah, that should be good. My camera's good enough. Oh yeah, that is bright.
Well, that's gonna be it, guys. I am so freaking sweaty right now. It is humid as balls out right now, and it's getting kind of late. Also, there's a cleaning truck that it's slowly making its way closer and closer to me. And if I stay here any longer, he's probably gonna ask me to get out of the way. So I hope you guys enjoyed that. I know it's been a while since we've had some good R1 riding, but that's gonna be it. Thankfully, no trouble with cops tonight. At least, cross my fingers, I can get home all right. Make sure you hit that like button and subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you guys in the next video.